What if the answer to your aching knees and your stiff joints was not found in a pill bottle, but in a simple 3-ingredient drink that you can make right in your own kitchen? Today we are going to reveal a powerful natural recipe that uses overlooked and affordable foods to help your body rebuild its own collagen from the inside out. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple science-backed truths to live a stronger and more vibrant life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter. And to guide us through this wonderful healing recipe, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life teaching the profound power of using simple natural foods as medicine. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. It is a pleasure to be here. Before we can talk about the solution for joint pain, we must first understand the problem. And for so many people over 60, the problem begins with a silent shift that starts happening inside of all of us many years before. It is the gradual and steady breakdown of our body's own collagen. I had a patient, a wonderful woman, in her early 70s. Her greatest joy in life was the gentle yoga class she attended every week with her friends. But she came to see me because she had to stop going. She told me with great sadness in her voice that the nagging, aching pain in her knees had simply become too much for her to bear. She felt that her joints were no longer strong enough to support her. She truly believed that her yoga days were over forever. What she was experiencing was the direct result of this long, slow decline in her body's natural collagen.
That is such a common and a very heartbreaking story, Doctor. Let's explain to our viewers exactly what collagen is and why this decline happens. You can think of collagen as your body's internal support system. It is the most abundant protein in your entire body, and it is the strong, flexible glue that holds everything together. Your skin, your bones, and very importantly for our conversation today, the smooth cushioning cartilage that protects your joints. But as the source text for our video notes, after the age of 30, our body's natural production of new collagen begins to decline by about 1.5% every single year. Now that may not sound like much, but by the time you are in your 60s or 70s, that is a very significant loss of this vital structural protein. And this is what leads to the aching joints, the stiff muscles, and the sagging skin that so many of us experience as we get older.
But the good news is that we can help our body to kickstart its own natural collagen production again.
That's right. And in this guide today, Dr. Hinohara is going to walk us through his 3-step collagen rebuilding protocol. He is going to reveal the 3 key ingredients that work in perfect synergy with each other. He calls them the building blocks, the construction manager, and the support crew. It is a true blessing to have this knowledge to be able to support our body's incredible God, given ability to heal and to rebuild itself. If you are ready to learn how to nourish your joints from within and fight back against knee pain, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and this is a very hopeful conversation. Okay, doctor, let's get right into your 3-step collagen rebuilding protocol. This is a protocol designed to give the body the exact tools it needs to repair aching joints. What is the first and most foundational step? What are the building blocks you mentioned in part 1?
The very first step in any rebuilding process is to provide the body with the raw materials it needs to build new, strong tissue. Our building blocks for this recipe will come from a very simple, very humble, and incredibly affordable source, plain, unflavored gelatin.
Now I know when most people in America hear the word gelatin, they immediately think of those colorful, sugary Jell-O desserts that children eat. How is this simple powder a powerful tool for rebuilding the joints of a senior?
Because in its purest form, unflavored gelatin is simply cooked and purified collagen most often sourced from cows or pigs. It has been gently processed and broken down into very small protein pieces or peptides that are very easy for an older and perhaps more sensitive digestive system to absorb.
That is the absolute key. You can think of it as delivering pre-cut and ready-to-use construction materials directly to the work site in your body. Your digestive system does not have to work very hard to break it down. Your body can immediately shuttle those materials to where they are needed, like in the knees of the patient you mentioned. And what makes gelatin so much more powerful for this specific job than other proteins, like from a piece of chicken or a steak, is its unique amino acid profile. It is incredibly rich in two specific amino acids that are less abundant in our muscle meat, but are the primary components of our own body's collagen. These amino acids are glycine and proline. They are the specific essential bricks that your body needs to be able to build new strong cartilage and flexible connective tissue.
So, the gelatin provides the raw materials. It provides the bricks for the new house.
Exactly. So if the gelatin is providing the bricks, the glycine and proline that our bodies need to build, what is the next and equally important step in your protocol? Doctor, how does the body know what to do with all of these new bricks?
It needs a signal. It needs a construction manager to organize the workers, to give the instructions, and to direct the building process. And that all-important construction manager is vitamin C. Our second ingredient in this healing recipe is a very surprising and a very wonderful powerhouse of vitamin C, the humble chayote, or as it is known in Vietnam, the susu fruit.
This is such a fascinating choice of vegetable. And this point about vitamin C for everyone watching is the most important scientific lesson in our entire video today. You can eat all of the collagen or all of the gelatin in the world, but if you are deficient in vitamin C, your body cannot use it. It is biochemically impossible. Vitamin C is what scientists call an essential cofactor for the two main enzymes, prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase, that are responsible for linking all of those little amino acid bricks together to form a strong and a stable collagen helix. Without enough vitamin C, you simply cannot build new, strong, healthy collagen tissue. You are just left with a pile of unused bricks and a very frustrated construction crew.
And the coyote is a wonderful, gentle, and very affordable way to get this essential vitamin C. Just one medium-sized coyote can provide nearly 50% of your entire daily recommended need. And unlike some other fruits, it is very low in sugar. It is also very rich in other wonderful antioxidants and flavonoids that help to reduce the chronic inflammation that is so often at the root of a person's joint pain.
It is a beautiful example of how blessed we are with these simple, humble foods from the earth that contain the very keys our bodies need to activate their own incredible God-given healing and rebuilding processes. So, if the plain gelatin provides the essential building blocks for new collagen and the vitamin C from the chayote acts as the construction manager to direct the rebuilding process, what is the third and final step in your protocol, doctor? You called this the support crew.
Yes, now that we have the building materials for our new house and we have the manager to direct the work, we need a support crew. This crew has two very important jobs. First, it helps to prepare the worksite by calming down any existing problems. And second, it helps to make sure all of the building materials are delivered efficiently. For this, our final ingredient is the pineapple. And very importantly, we must include its tough, fibrous core.
This is another brilliant and very surprising choice of ingredient. And the power of the pineapple, as you mentioned, comes from a very famous and very potent group of enzymes called bromelain. Bromelain is the leader of our support crew, And as you said, it has two very distinct and very important jobs for our joints. Its first job is to help with protein digestion. Bromelain is what scientists call a proteolytic enzyme. This is a scientific way of saying that it helps your body to more efficiently break down and to absorb the amino acids, our building blocks from the gelatin. It is making sure that all of the good and valuable materials are getting to the work site in your joints and are not being wasted.
And what is its second important job?
Its second job is to act as a powerful, natural anti-inflammatory. The bromelain helps to calm the existing irritation and the chronic inflammation that is already present in a painful joint. It is essentially preparing the work site and making it a calm and a peaceful environment, which is the perfect condition for the new healthy collagen to be built.
And it is very, very important that our viewers understand that the highest and most potent concentration of this powerful bromelain is not found in the sweet, juicy flesh of the pineapple that we all love to eat. It is found in the tough, fibrous core of the pineapple. This is the part that most people in America cut out and throw away in the trash. But it is a true medicinal powerhouse.
So we must use the core. That is a priceless piece of traditional wisdom that most of us have lost. Okay, doctor, we now have all three of our powerful synergistic ingredients, the gelatin, the chayote, and the pineapple core. Let's put it all together. Please guide our viewers through the step-by-step recipe to make this wonderful healing drink.
Of course, to make one serving, you will need half of a chayote peeled and chopped into small pieces, 1 2-centimeter thick slice of fresh pineapple, and you must include the core, and 1 sachet, or about 10 grams of plain, unflavored gelatin. And finally, you will need about 1 2/3 cups of clean filtered water. Now, the first and most important step, which must not be skipped, is to prepare the gelatin correctly. This process is called blooming the gelatin. You will pour the gelatin powder into a small bowl. You will then add about 5 tablespoons of warm water. It is very important that the water is not hot, but is just comfortably warm to the touch. You will stir it gently just once, and then you must let it sit and rest undisturbed for exactly 5 minutes. This process allows the gelatin to properly absorb the water and to soften. This is essential for it to be able to dissolve completely and to give you its full benefits.
So while the gelatin is blooming for those 5 minutes, we can prepare the other fresh ingredients?
Exactly. You will take your chopped chayote and your pineapple slice with the core, and you will combine them with the 1 2/3 cups of water in a blender. You should blend this on a high speed for about 3 full minutes. This long blended time is important to fully break down the fibers and extract all of the wonderful nutrients. After the 3 minutes, you will pour in your bloomed, hydrated gelatin, and you will continue to blend everything together for another 2 minutes. This will create a very consistent and a silky smooth texture. The final drink will be a beautiful pale yellow-green color.
It is a true blessing to have this kind of detailed knowledge to be able to take these simple gifts from the earth and prepare them in such a way that it truly unlocks their full healing potential. And it is a blessing to be able to share this wisdom with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. That is a fantastic and a very precise recipe, Doctor. And it brings us back to the wonderful story you told us in the very beginning of our conversation about your patient, the 70-year-old woman who had to give up her beloved yoga class because of her nagging, persistent knee pain. What happened to her after she started drinking this simple healing tonic every morning?
She was a very dedicated and a very consistent patient. She made this simple juice for herself every single morning on an empty stomach, just as we have described. The change, of course, was not overnight. The body heals slowly and gently when it is given the right tools. But after about 3 months of this consistent daily ritual, she came to my office with a very big and a very beautiful smile on her face. She told me that she had finally gone back to her yoga class with her friends. She said to me, "Doctor, I am not as flexible as I was when I was 30, of course, but the nagging, deep, aching pain that was in my knee is gone. I can move with a new sense of freedom and a new sense of joy." This simple, nourishing drink made from these humble ingredients had given her back her passion and her community.
That is the most hopeful story. It truly shows what is possible when we stop just covering up the symptoms and we start giving the body the raw materials that it needs to heal itself. It is not about reversing your age. It is about restoring your function and your joy. That is so wonderful. Now, doctor, for our viewers at home who want to customize this drink for their own specific health needs, the source text for our video listed several wonderful optional add-ins. Can we quickly go through a few of them and explain the extra benefits they can provide?
Of course. The recipe we have shared is a beautiful and a very powerful foundation, but it can be made even more powerful and more personalized with these additions.
Okay, what if a person is dealing with a lot of extra inflammation in their body? What is the best thing for them to add?
For extra anti-inflammatory power, the best thing you can add is a small piece of fresh ginger to the blender. As we have discussed in many of our videos, ginger is one of nature's most powerful and most reliable anti-inflammatories.
And what about the other great anti-inflammatory spice that we have talked about, turmeric?
Yes, you can also add about half a teaspoon of a good quality organic turmeric powder. And if you do add the turmeric, you must always remember to add that tiny pinch of black pepper to unlock its full power.
That's a great reminder. Now, what about for someone who wants to add some extra joint lubrication and some healthy fats?
For this, a wonderful addition is 1 teaspoon of pre-soaked chia seeds. As we know, these tiny seeds are very rich in the plant-based omega-3 fats, which are also very good for reducing joint inflammation and stiffness.
And what about for the person who is also concerned with managing their blood sugar levels?
For them, a wonderful and delicious addition is a simple sprinkle of Ceylon cinnamon into the final drink. It not only adds a beautiful, warm, and comforting flavor, but as we know, cinnamon is excellent for helping the body to manage its blood sugar levels in a stable way.
It is a beautiful example of how we can take a blessed foundational recipe and with a little bit of wisdom, we can customize it perfectly for our own body's unique and individual needs. Doctor, this has been an incredible and a very hopeful guide. You have given our viewers a complete 3-step collagen rebuilding protocol. It is a powerful, natural, and delicious way to fight back against chronic knee pain. We have the plain gelatin to provide the essential building blocks. We have the humble coyote to provide the vitamin C construction manager. And we have the pineapple core to provide the support crew with its anti-inflammatory enzymes. This is a truly holistic and intelligent approach to senior health. By creating this simple daily drink, our viewers can begin to address the root cause of their knee pain, which is so often the slow and steady loss of healthy collagen. This knowledge is such an empowering part of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical and a gentle way to fight back against the daily discomfort of knee pain and to reclaim the activities that bring them joy.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. Your body has not forgotten how to heal itself. You simply need to provide it with the right tools to do its beautiful work. This simple, nourishing drink is a wonderful set of tools for rebuilding your joints and for finding comfort again.
That is a beautiful message, doctor. To provide the body with the right tools. It is about being a good steward of our health, using the blessed gifts from the earth to help our bodies perform the incredible rebuilding work that they were so perfectly designed to do. And of course, the wisest first step is always to speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have any existing health conditions. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for the direct medical advice from your own trusted physician. If you found this guide empowering and are excited to try this healing drink for yourself, please give this video a like so that others can find this valuable information. And be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who you know is struggling with joint pain. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free, and it ensures you will not miss our next deep dive into your health and well-being. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know, what is one activity you would love to get back to if your joint pain improved? Please share your hopes and your goals in the comments below. Your story can be a wonderful inspiration to our entire community. Thank you for being with us. Be well.